You know, there's a moment in growing tomatoes where all your hard work can be undone. And it's not a disease. It's not the weather. It's something you do yourself, thinking you're helping. You're standing there with a watering can full of what you believe is the best food for your plants. And step by step, you're sabotaging your own harvest. And the crazy part? The plant might look absolutely fine while it's happening. Green, strong, full of life. But the fruit will never come. If you want to understand exactly where this invisible mistake happens, stay with me. It could save your entire season. Today, we're talking about nitrogen for tomatoes. It is the most crucial element, the one without which the plant simply cannot exist. Nitrogen is the foundation of everything. The building block for greenery, for cells, for the very energy of growth. But here's the twist. This same nitrogen is most often the reason for failure, because we almost always give too much. We misread the signals the plant is sending us. Let's get this straight right now. Nitrogen is not food. It is a tool, a control lever. And if you swing this lever like a sledgehammer, you will break things. The most dangerous scenario is poisoning. Overfeeding, especially with what we call ammonium forms of nitrogen. Fresh manure, strong manure teas, urea applied carelessly. After such a meal, the tomato can get a real internal burn from ammonia. You'll recognize it. On the oldest leaves at the bottom, strange, wet-looking, almost oily spots appear. They quickly turn brown, then black. The leaf looks scorched, as if touched by fire. This is not a fungal disease. It's not sunburn. This is toxicity, chemical burn from within. When you see it, the process is already underway, and the plant is in distress. But there's another, more deceptive side to this. Overfeeding with nitrate forms. Here, the plant doesn't look sick at all. On the contrary, it looks like a champion. It starts fattening up. The stems become thick and juicy. The leaves grow large, dark green, and begin to curl inward into a distinctive shape often called a ram's horn. It's putting all its energy into becoming a giant. You'll see impressive flower clusters with dozens of blooms. And then, nothing. The flowers fall off. Fruit either doesn't set or remains tiny. The plant is drunk on nitrogen, living in a permanent state of teenage growth, forgetting its ultimate purpose, to bear fruit. Outwardly, it's all strength. In reality, it's an empty promise. The harvest is lost in a jungle of leaves. And of course, the opposite. Nitrogen deficiency. This is a slow, quiet starvation. Because nitrogen is mobile within the plant, it gets pulled from the oldest leaves to support the new growth. So the story starts at the bottom. The lower leaves lose their deep green color, turning a pale, uniform yellow. The whole plant takes on a sickly, faded hue. Growth becomes stunted, stems thin and weak, flowers are scarce and often drop. Any fruit that does set remains small, hard, and ripens too early with no flavor. It's a harvest of surrender. So here we are, caught in a classic trap. Too much of one kind, burn. Too much of another, a fruitless giant. Too little, a stunted failure. The question is achingly precise. How do we give just enough and not a single bit more? The answer lies not in a single action, but in a philosophy. A system built on three simple, connected ideas: foundation, rhythm, and conversation. It all starts with the foundation, your soil, but not just dirt. You are building a living world. Your first job isn't to feed the tomato plant directly. It's to feed the countless billions of bacteria and fungi in the soil. They are your true workforce. They take organic matter and slowly, steadily convert it into forms of nitrogen the plant can use gently and safely. This is why we add well-rotted compost or worm castings. This isn't a direct shot of food. It's an investment in a nutrient bank. It creates a buffer, a reservoir that releases goodness in sync with the plant's needs. This living foundation is your safety net. It prevents sudden crises and smooths out any mistakes you might make later. But even the best soil might not be enough for a tomato plant determined to produce pounds of fruit. That's where supplemental feeding comes in. And here, we throw out the old idea of one big dose at the start. We embrace a new rhythm, the rhythm of spoon feeding. Small amounts, given frequently. This is the golden rule. By dissolving a little fertilizer in your watering can every week or 10 days, you provide a constant, optimal level of nutrition. You eliminate the risk of burn. You give the plant exactly what it can use right when it needs it. This rhythm gives you control. And control brings us to the third idea: conversation. A tomato plant's needs change as it grows. You wouldn't feed a baby, a teenager, and an adult the same meal. The plant speaks this truth through its stages of life, and we must listen and change the recipe. In the beginning, after transplanting, it's a youngster building its body: roots, stems, leaves. It needs a balanced meal to support all that growth. A fertilizer where the three main numbers are similar is perfect for this stage. Then you see the first flowers, a major shift. Now the plant must switch from building itself to building fruit. So we change the recipe. We slightly reduce the first number, which represents nitrogen, to calm leafy growth. And we significantly increase the last number, potassium, which is crucial for flowering, fruit set, and managing the plant's water. A fertilizer labeled for blossom boost or fruit set guides this transition. Finally, when the green fruits are on the vine and starting to swell, we change one last time. Now the goal is ripening, filling those fruits with sugars and color. Nitrogen is now almost an enemy. It would tell the plant to make more leaves and delay your harvest. We switch to a finishing formula, where the first number is very low and the last number, potassium, is very high. This final push is what truly sweetens your tomatoes. This three-part map, foundation, rhythm, conversation, is your guide. But the final, most important rule is this: watch your plants. They will tell you if you're wrong. If they are dark green and bushy too early, hold back. If they are pale when they should be flowering, offer a little more support. You are the guide. The fertilizer is just your tool. This is how you master nitrogen. Not with force, but with understanding. You build a living soil, you feed with a gentle rhythm, and you change the recipe in conversation with the plant's life. Do this and you won't just grow tomatoes. You'll grow an abundance of them. You'll have control, and you'll finally get the harvest you've always wanted. Thanks for watching.